What's going on, everyone? So I've talked about how JJ Redick, I really do think, has done a fantastic job this season given the circumstances. I mean, Lakers have been cruising going into the All-Star break. Obviously, the Lakers kind of just fell asleep at the wheel. They were already on vacation, in vacation mode for that final game against Utah, which is understandable, right? But coming into the back half of the season, and you really need to buckle down. You really need to lock in. You really need to make sure you're focusing. You got 30 games left. I think Lakers need to go 18-12 during that stretch at worst. I'd love 20-10, but I imagine there's probably going to be a little bit of a learning curve, a little bit of a hiccup. They might lose a couple games that they should win otherwise, just because Luka's trying to get into the swing of things alongside LeBron James and guys like that. But I do really like the way JJ has really executed this season in the game plans and the schemes, and particularly on the defensive side. I mean, he's done wonders with this team and the defense, which this team was atrocious defensively last year, and then this season, even with Anthony Davis. And then for him to kind of just really buckle down and get this team to buy in on both sides of the basketball, Lakers have been one of the best teams in basketball last month. And now you're going in again to the back half of the season. You got Luka. I mean, you see JJ. He's all sunshine, right? He's all happy and excited and I mean, he looks like a kid in a candy store. He's over there looking like you need to get yourself a significant other that looks at you the way JJ looks at Luka. Right? It's hilarious watching JJ just stare at Luka and stare at LeBron and just be in awe that I get to coach both of these guys. And it's beautiful because one of the things that the Lakers have really struggled with the last 10 plus years has just been coaching. We've just had this coaching carousel. Lakers have had so many Lakers. I remember seeing something like the Lakers have had more coaches in the last 10 years than they did the previous 30 or whatever, something crazy like that. It's not great. But I really do believe the Lakers have found their long-term answer in JJ. He's young enough to be a piece for this team for not just now, but long term, right? I mean, JJ Redick being able to be your coach for the next 20 years. I mean, he's 40. He's literally the same age as LeBron James, right? And LeBron's playing. I mean, that tells you everything you need to know about LeBron, which is ridiculous. But he's 40 years old. I mean, some of these coaches coach till they're 78. I mean, he could literally, it'll be one of those things more likely than not. JJ will get tired of coaching before the Lakers get rid of him. That's kind of how I feel about this situation. But JJ recently spoke and touched on just going into the All-Star break, right? How the All-Star break is going to really help this team in a lot of ways. And I wanted to kind of go over exactly what he said and then talk about it because I do think it's very important. I do think it's something that is very impactful for this team. I think it's something that this team really needs. And then, to hear from the head coach, hey, yeah, this is something good, I think is valuable. But he said, I think the biggest thing is just getting all of our key guys healthy. Again, this is about the All-Star break here. Braun has put in a lot. AR has put in a lot. Those guys need a break. Luka continuing to build towards being able to play his normal minutes and being in game shape. The reality is he took 6 weeks off and is working his way back still. Getting Doe and Gabe back, I think when our group is healthy, we can compete at a very high level. So again, just talked about obviously LeBron James, Austin Reeves, and just the guys in general, but he's spot on. And it's something that I've really talked about heavily lately and leading into All-Star break. This is an opportunity for the Lakers to really kind of reset and recalibrate. Obviously, LeBron, he's still going to be in the All-Star game and all that, but it's not what it used to be, right? This isn't like the 80s to early 2000s, right? It's a very different world for the All-Star game, but this is good because the Lakers have been dealing with a bunch of nagging injuries. Obviously, LeBron's 40 in year 22. He was dealing with some foot issues all season. He'll get to kind of take a break and get off of that foot and just, again, heal up. Get in the hyperbolic time chamber and do some reps. But, maybe take a couple sensu beans. And then Luka, he's coming back from injury, right? He had 6 weeks off, and now he's going to get another week off after, playing the 2 games. And they want to kind of ramp up his minutes. They want him to be able to start playing normal minutes and be a key contributor to the game for the Lakers, and him start getting into the swing of things and getting back to being a 30 to 35 minute a night guy. Austin Reeves has been dealing with nagging injuries. There's been a lot of talks about him sitting out every time we get an injury report. He's a guy that is, kind of game time decision and stuff. Now he gets a week to kind of just step back and recalibrate a little bit. Dorian Finney-Smith, that's who he meant by Doe. And then Gabe Vincent, they obviously missed the last game. Dorian Finney-Smith's been dealing with an ankle injury from the moment the Lakers went and traded for him. Even JJ talked about that, how, hey, he's on minute restrictions. They're not trying to push him too hard, right? And at the end of the day, that's what the Lakers want, right? Like, you need to make sure you're as healthy as possible, right? You want your guys to be as good. The healthier you are, the more likely you have to win the championship, right? So if the Lakers really can kind of take this time, obviously you want to still make sure you're conditioning, you want to make sure you're still training, make sure you're staying in game shape, but there's nothing wrong with kind of taking a step back. Even Luka talked about just being able to take a mental break, right? For him, he's gone through all kinds of roller coasters. It's been a journey for him, right? He's gone through a real roller coaster ride. So now he gets to kind of recalibrate, kind of take a deep breath, ease himself into it and all that stuff, and then can, start to ramp up and gear up to get ready for the season and then the playoffs. LeBron, he can kind of just decompress a little bit. Reeves, all these guys, even JJ and the coaching staff. The mental fortitude that you have to have, and just JJ putting in 110% in this coaching staff, right? It's good for them to just kind of take a step back, right? JJ's obsessive, so he's definitely probably still watching film and, scheming game plans and all kinds of stuff. He's probably still working probably just as hard as he was either way. But at least he gets to kind of relax, be at home, right? Get to sleep in your own bed, get to do a lot of the things that just allow you to just give yourself a health break from just mental to physical. And the Lakers need it, right? Again, we got a lot of guys just dealing with little nagging injuries and stuff. So it's good to just have everybody be able to get ready and ramp up and gear up. It'd be nice to get a couple good practices in, get a couple good reps in, getting into the regular season, and obviously the back half of the season where you got your final 30 games. Got to buckle down, got to lock in, got to get this done. Man, the playoffs are going to be here before we know it. And you don't really have margin for error. You don't have room for error. So, got to handle business. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass the question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you agree with my points? Disagree with my points? You're kind of mixed in the middle. How do you feel? Whatever your thoughts are. I'd love to hear it either way, so let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. If you enjoy these types of videos, truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.